Soybean School on RealAgriculture.com is brought to you by Pride Seeds, BSF Canada, and Syngenta Canada.
Bernard Tobin here at Southwest Crop Diagnostic Days, University of Guelph, Ridgetown campus, catching up now with OMAFRA's plant pathologist, Albert Tenuta. Albert, how's it going?
Great, how are you?
I'm great. We're trying to outrun the rain, and hey, you've been getting calls lately after some rain about how to manage stem, root rots, fungal issues. Tell us about what you're hearing and why you hear these questions and get these calls after rain.
Yeah, I'm not surprised at all. We were very dry for a considerable amount of, May and June through this area, and then just recently over the past, couple of weeks, we've seen anywhere from 3 to 8 or more inches of rain. And after those pounding saturated soil type rain events, it's not unusual to get calls from growers saying, hey, my field doesn't look right, parts of it are going backwards, other parts are doing well, what's up? And you can see those exact symptoms in this field as well here at Ridgetown.
So what are we seeing here, Albert? What's happening after that rain?
Yeah, so we're fortunate here that we've got long-term rotation plots here. These are run by Dr. Dave Hooker here at the University of Guelph. These have been established for over 30 plus years, and it's looking at different rotations, corn, soybeans, and wheat. And here what we've got are two different rotation systems here. The one on the left here is a soybean wheat rotation and a soybean corn rotation. And the background in terms of the soil type, it's about 32% clay, a Brookston clay, but a bit on the lighter side than what we normally would see under, say Niagara or into Lambton or into Essex County and that. But this is very typical of some of the Brookston clay type soils.
Yeah. Now, talk about the different rotations here. You've got different levels of disease, obviously, Albert, depending on, what the rotation here. What are you seeing in the soybean wheat?
Yeah, so the soybean wheat is showing a considerable amount of symptoms, and when we talk about root rots, Bern, you're talking about, the phytophoras, oomycete groups, the phytophthora and the pythiums that really like that wet, saturated soil. Then we've got the fusariums and rhizoctonia root rots as well. Those are our big 4 players. And more than likely what we're seeing here is that result of that pounding rains, that saturated soil, and here we're looking more likely at the phytophthora type situation here. And as you can see, these plants are showing their very typical wilting type symptoms. Today's not so bad, but yesterday was brutal, right? And I was wilting by 10 in the morning, and all our participants here with another sold out event, it was great, were wilting really early in the morning. And that's another symptom to keep in mind. So, 2 days ago when Dave Hooker and I were here in the afternoon, really sunny, a real need for those plants for moisture, uptake of water. They were really stressed and showing quite a bit. Yesterday morning, not so much. Overnight they were able to meet their needs, but as the day progressed, you start seeing more and more wilting symptoms. And that's something also to keep in mind when you're examining your field. But again, that wheat soybean rotation, which is very typical of our phytophthora prone areas in Ontario, because corn's not quite doesn't fit that system there. But you can see here with corn and soybeans in the rotation, you're probably getting a benefit of some of that nitrogen, residual nitrogen in this particular case here. And that gets the plant started, more established root system, able to meet that needs, or at least when you get the rain, utilize it to most efficient.
Now you got a couple of other rotations that are telling some stories as well.
Yeah, and so over here, when you look at the corn, soybean, wheat rotation, we see very little, if any, of the phytophthora in that particular situation. And then if you look at the continuous soybeans, very similar story as what we're seeing with the soybean wheat. So again, one of the management tools that we always promote when it comes to managing diseases, and especially those soil-borne diseases that are in your field every year or have a risk every year, is crop rotation. So a more diverse crop rotation, more adaptability, more ability for those plants to tolerate those stress conditions.
Albert, always great to have you on the Soybean School. Thanks for making the time.
Thank you so much, and have a great day.